Before I get started, big news, TesLaunch is running a huge discount for Black Friday. As you guys know, from stylish to practical, TesLaunch has you covered with all your Tesla needs and accessories. Use my code C3SGarage for maximum savings at teslaunch.com on your next purchase. With that being said, thank you TesLaunch for sponsoring this video, and now let's get started. Getting into my 2022 Tesla Model Y performance, it is a extremely weird sensation as the only two things that you pay attention to is a giant screen in the middle, as well as a giant dashboard made out of fake wood that only sits in the front part. And just a bit of history here, the wood that we are looking at right now is called Taboo, which is a multi-laminar wood veneer. This wood, or taboo wood, is made from a fast-growing sustainable species of wood that is apparently good for the environment. And well, I am here to tell you that I don't like it. I actually prefer the look of Alcantara, which are in the door panels and pretty much everywhere in my car as I've switched from all the laminates to Alcantara. So I've decided to partner up with TesLaunch to go ahead and show you guys what a wood trim can look like if you add Alcantara to the top of it. TesLaunch has provided this particular set of Alcantara pieces. There are two. They both have a very nice cut. They come with 3M tape, and the whole thing is pretty much being held up by a giant piece of ABS plastic to just make sure that the Alcantara is sturdy and it doesn't warp around throughout time. This is good because it's not a wrap, which means that they won't have any creases or any hard installation portions to it. It's just two pieces that you just have to install, and this will drastically change the look of your car and the feel of your car as well. These two pieces have a split in the middle, but this should not interfere with the way the car looks. Before starting, we want to make sure that we clean the area. This area is prone to collecting dust because of the AC vents, so we want to make sure that it's very clean so that way the 3M tape tapes correctly. Now that our area is clean, we must start from the left side. This is very important because the left part of the Alcantara plastic has a lip that will go under the right side. So we must install the left side first. You also want to apply even pressure to make sure that the three stripes of tape are glued into the wood properly and not lifted on any particular side. Moving to our right side, the process is exactly the same way. You want to make sure that you are closing in that gap as much as possible so that way you don't see it from the windshield or from any other angle. And again, as mentioned before, make sure that you are putting even pressure on the three stripes of tape so that make sure that they are glued together to the wood. And not that this is common, but I'm also just looking for tape bubbles to make sure that there's none. And that way the ABS plastics sits right on top of the wood trim. And just a quick comparison between the OEM Alcantara dash that comes from Tesla and TesLaunch's owned Alcantara, there is hardly any differences. There's no difference in color, tone, texture, or anything. It looks like it's all from the same exact manufacturer, which I think it's great. The edges look extremely well made. They curve exactly how you want them. There's no exposed wood. And in my opinion, because this is a Model Y performance, this Alcantara dashboard just gives it a bit more of an aggressive, sporty look, which is what I was going after. It's not as natural, but it does look a lot better. Driving down the road, and I just can't help it but just see how beautiful this looks. It doesn't even expose the wood. It doesn't have any type of creases. It just looks extremely good, and it matches the rest of the car, which is what I was going after, and I love it. It is worth noting that there is a split in the middle, but you can hardly see it. As you can tell from the video here, I have it very close in together, and it's just hard to see. It looks really good, and moving in from other angles you can hardly see it because there's a giant screen in between. However, the TesLaunch measurements are so exact that it's just pretty much invisible to the naked eye. Both sides look exactly the same, so there is a split in the middle as you can tell, but it's very hard to see. So I don't think that this would be a deal breaker. I think you'll just forget about it eventually. And just like that, we are fully done. This literally took 2 minutes to install. It did not take any effort, but it did make a huge difference in the car. With that being said, if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. I will leave all the links for these accessories down in the comment section below. And don't forget to swerve over to teslaunch.com for great savings for Black Friday. Once again, guys, thank you so much for staying tuned with me. I'll see you guys in the next one.